Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy Saturday morning, DOOGER. Where are my glasses? There they are. Good time zone. Good time zone, everyone. Hello. How's it going, guys? Have my coffee. Sam and I went to see Suicide Squad last night. It was pretty fun. Had some good action scenes in it. Couldn't complain. I have to say, at least in the area where I live, I would like to give a shout out to the people in the area I live in, because most people, even with signs everywhere that are like, masks are now a choice, but please wear them, most people still wearing masks here. It's great. There is a new Suicide Squad, yeah. I'm honestly so surprised because it took a really, like, for the longest time when Sam and I would go to, like, the grocery store, just no one would be wearing them. And we were always like, why are we the only people wearing masks, right? And now, yeah, it's pretty wild. We go to the grocery store and technically nobody has to wear them, but, like, nearly everybody's wearing them at the grocery store still. Yes, I have Iron Man on my finger protecting me. I walked by, our recycling got picked up, and I have like a couple of boxes that need to be broken down and put into the now empty recycling bin, right? And I just haven't done it yet. So it's just sitting in a really inconvenient place in the kitchen. My thought process is, if it's there and we keep having to like move around it and stumble over it, eventually we'll get annoyed enough that we'll break down these boxes and put them in the bin, right? Anyway, so I was walking by it trying to grab something and sliced open my finger on two different pieces of cardboard at the same time. So I have two really cute side-by-side betrothed paper cuts. And it was so obnoxious. Right? I hate paper cuts. Awful. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Here's the best part, is Clark like lightly tapped her thumb on something this morning and has obsessed over it all morning. Maybe for some reason it actually does like hurt pretty bad. I have no idea. But she consistently would be like, Mommy, my thumb hurts. I need a plaster. And so we'd put a Band-Aid on. She'd keep the Band-Aid on for like half an hour and then rip it off and be like, it feels so much better. And then an hour would go by and she'd be like, Mommy, my thumb still hurts so bad. I need a plaster. And then when I went to get a plaster for mine, because like I actually had two cuts that were bleeding, she was like, Mommy, you don't need a plaster. And I was like, Clark, I will discuss with you in depth what plasters are for if you want, but you're not gonna like it because we let you use plasters for literally everything. Because for littles, sometimes it just makes them feel better, right? They have a boo-boo. It's not bleeding. They don't need a plaster. But they're like, please, can I have one? And it just makes them feel better, right? Sure. Get some cute little Band-Aids just for Clarky. We'll put them on and it's fine. But because there have been a couple of times now where she's like she'll find like a bruise on her leg from preschool the day before and be like, Mommy, I need a plaster on it. And I'm like, it's a bruise. But if I'll try to say to her like, honey, I actually think that it's okay. I don't think that you need a plaster. It looks like your body's doing a great job fixing it. You know, like I think that it's going to be just fine. I don't think that you need a plaster. And if she insists like, no, I want one, then I'll put one on her. But the fact that she tried to turn it around on me when I'm actually bleeding, I was like, this is unreal. She's like, Mommy, do you really need it? Like, yes. I'm bleeding, Clark. Hi, Joe. What's up, dude? Maybe she was running low on plaster. Oh, like I had gone to her like, please, doctor, can I have a plaster? And she opened up her bag and was like, I only have a Hulk one and an Iron Man one left. And I don't know if I want to waste them on you. Hi, John. Today, bartering plasters, smart. Today, we were talking about different ways that you can feel your heartbeat because we were hugging and she was like, I can feel your heart. And I was like, can you? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I wonder why. Where do you feel it? And she was like, on my hand. And so I was trying to show her like, oh, there are different places like on your neck where you can feel it and on your wrist where you can feel it, right? And she got so mad because when I originally showed her, I was like, yeah, sometimes if you touch like right in here, and she was like trying to find it. It's like sometimes when you touch right in here and just don't say anything and just wait, you can start to feel like bump, 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 right? From your heart. And so she was sitting there like waiting and she was like, I feel it. And then I did this with 2 fingers and she was like, no, Mommy, no. 1 finger. It's like, fuck, okay. One fingy only. Dr. Clark, I have to disagree. 2 fingers is standard. Look, one day when she's like starting to go to medical school or whatever, she'll be told, but she doesn't want to hear it from me. I'm her mom. It's fine. Yeah, who knows? Maybe she'll write a paper on it. How many fingers is a good amount of fingers? Discuss. Science wants to know. My bangs have like reached that length where I'm like, I think it's a really cute length, like visually. Like I like the length aesthetically, but they are just slightly too long for my glasses, and they also sometimes poke me in the eyeball. I use 5 just to be sure. Oh my god, I was actually looking at ignoble prize stuff yesterday. That's so funny. I understand the awkward but cute bang length. Absolutely. Yeah, it's great. I was like, do I cut it? No, it's so cute right now. It happens so fast. Ah. Clarky's asleep. She's taking a nap right now. Wild. Not that wild because she didn't fall asleep until 9. And then she woke up at fucking 5 a.m. screaming. And I ran into her room like, what's happening? And she was like, there's a monster. And I looked and it was a shadow. And I was trying to explain to her like, look, it's the shadow from, because like the thing that holds your clothes, there's a light from over there and it's hitting that and it's creating this shadow. There's no monsters. You're fine. And she was wired from then on. Nothing that we could do got her to go to sleep. So, yeah. So she was just awake. And it hit like noon here. Well, really, she had started to get floppy really early, but it hit like noon-ish. And she kept like laying on me and going, I love you, mommy, which was very cute. And I didn't want to jinx it because sometimes when you say this to a kid, they're like, no. But I was like, are you sleepy, honey? Do you want to like go snuggle somewhere? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So we went up to her room and snuggled and she was like, actually, mommy, I'm not sleepy anymore. And I was like, okay. How about we just chill, just in case? And she was awake for a little bit, but then just passed out at like 12:30. So sleep begets sleep. So if she wants to take a fucking huge ass nap, that's fine. Especially if it's like right in the middle of the day. This was a 6-hour ordeal. What? Sorry, did I skip some stuff in the middle? We did our morning. And then around like noon, she was like acting tired. So we went upstairs. No, we just laid in bed for 6 hours and she finally fell back. Is there a name for the color combination and style of your hair? I think my hair would technically be a bob. I think like a shoulder length bob. Color combination wise, if you look up fire ombre, you can find stuff like this. Avery Music, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody. Hello. We just started. We just started. We're chilling. We got our coffee. We're having a chitty chat. So yeah, welcome. Happy 26 months. Thank you for the resub. I hope your stream went well. A feathered inverted bob, says Telly. So there you go. The person who did my hair in chat, Telly Rose. That's the answer. Oh my gosh, that actually reminded me. I put it in my Discord, but I found a thing this morning that I'm really curious about called Inspiriles. And it is a TTRPG that teaches you either ASL or BSL. Because you use hand motions to cast spells. It's super cool. The person who made it, I guess, made it with a bunch of kids that they have DM'd for a long time, and they all like kind of created this system together. I'm really curious about it. I linked it in the TTRPG category under general TTRPG, but it looks super cool. Yeah, I want to try it. Inspiriles. It's easy. You should just go to the Discord. It's like isles, like islands. Inspiriles. But it's very cool. It's a very cool idea. Yeah, there's that one. And then Little Astronaut. I still need to snag that. The hair gradient looks so cool. Thank you. I definitely want to put like more something here. But I've been very happy with how it's like faded, especially back here. It's like so pretty. Thoughts on board games? Love them, which I wish people would play them with me. And people are always like, just go on Tabletop Simulator. Just play them digitally. Yeah, sure. I do that. I want to sit at a table with a person and play a board game. It's not the same. It's not the same vibe. That's like me saying, I really want to go to a play, and someone going, just pop in a movie. Like, it's not... It's the same activity, technically. Like, it's me watching a thing, but the vibe is different. Does Sam not like playing them? He is not nearly as into them as I am, so I am on an island. Did you play the exit game? No, we still haven't played that. How's Sam's fam with board games? Any of you who have heard me tell stories about Sam's family can probably guess what board games are like with his family. For anyone who has not heard me talk about Sam's family at length or does not watch Sam enough to kind of infer what his family is potentially like, it is a bloodbath always. It is fucking competitive. I disagreed. We all played Monopoly once, and I disagreed with his brother on a rule, and he got so mad about it that he went on a run. He was like, well, you know what? I'm just not going to play anymore. And he put on his sneakers, and he left the house and went on a run because he was so mad. And I was like... Oh. What was the rule? It was something about jail. It was something about like the jail rule. I don't even remember. Who's the most competitive? I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game. If any of them are watching right now, any of them who are watching right now would completely agree that it is always a bloodbath and it's always competitive. I can't start throwing out specifics of who is the most competitive. I'll get killed. Did he come back? I haven't seen him since. Some say he's still running to this day. Try Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. We have a competitive friends group, and it's been a blessing for us. Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Oh my goodness. Ooh, look at this. The cover, not as sinister as I expected. The cover looks like this could be what game am I thinking of? This could be like, you know, a city builder. I assume it's not a city builder though. No, it is. Oh my god. Help your neighboring players build the wackiest and highest scoring castles. It's a building game. What the fuck? Why does it have this name? That's so... What the shit? I've played a lot of Carcassonne in my life. You have to work together to make dope castles, and then you score the worst one. That actually sounds so fun. Bye, John. Thanks for swinging by. I hope you're doing good, bud. I was on, when Geek and Sundry was doing tabletop, I was on twice, 2 different times. When I think of Mad King Ludwig, I think of castle building. Well, I'm very happy for you. I do not. I think of, like, this kind of fucking shit. Like, sure, castle builder. Gothic castle builder. Build castles with monsters inside. The game name is a combination of 2 other games, Between Two Cities and Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Oh, interesting. You crushed them at Carcassonne, I recall? No, I did not play Carcassonne on tabletop. I played Dead of Winter. We do not speak of it. And I played Alhambra. And I crushed at Alhambra. Sorry, spoilers, but I crushed at that game. Yeah, it was very fun. If you put that game in front of me now, I would not remember how to play it at all. But it was very fun. Dead of Winter seems like a friendship ender. I mean, yeah, it's is it the Babylon 5 game? It's another one of those, like, everyone's cooperating, but are they? Right? 1/2/3 people are actually the worst and revving up to betray everybody, but you still have to rely on them because otherwise you're all gonna die. Just like, I don't like that. Yeah, I think both of them were with Ashley Johnson. God, Ashley Johnson was so sweet, man. What a cool person. We went and grabbed lunch one time and I was like, you're very cool. I was probably so cringy the whole time. Yeah, she's lovely. That's what we like about you? That I'm cringy? Well, shit, I'm gonna stop trying. Oh gosh, honestly, I think that, like, the game that caused the most arguments amongst me and my friends when I was in LA, we played a lot of board games in LA. The game that, like, got us the most heated was always Catan, because Catan is a game where you have to, like, get people to give you supplies in order to proceed in the game. And some players, some people who play that game are just shitty about it, dude. I love it, though. I love Catan. Try the Game of Thrones board game. Oh, we tried. Oh my god. TB, Jesse, Jenna, and I all sat down with the Game of Thrones board game and spent like an hour and a half just trying to read through the rules. And finally we're like, you know what? I'm good. You know what? Actually, fuck this. So... when the rule book is a textbook, it was awful. This was, if any of you remember, I think TB brought it up the most often, but if any of you remember a story about all of us at MomoCon sitting down to try and play a board game, and somebody came up and was like trying to and just stood there and occasionally was like was just awkwardly like standing there staring at us while we were trying to figure out the game. It was that game. And that was one of the reasons that we were like, you know what, maybe we'll just put this away and walk away forever. Catan versus Monopoly, which causes the most drama. It's funny, I've played way in the last, like, I want to say 10 years of my life, I've played way more Catan than I have Monopoly. So I want to say Catan. Oh, goodness. Have you tried Icarus? It's a board game where you build a city at the height of its power. Lots of role play on how you imagine it to look and run. No, I've never even heard of it. Maybe, Joe, when it's like safer and easier for people to hang out, we could all get together and do board games. That would be fun. When things are back to normal, check out the UK Games Expo. It's a really good cooperative card game I played with my friends called The Crew. I think my friend had The Crew. That sounds really familiar. Is that in the song? That was really strange. I bought the Dark Souls board game just before the pandemic hit, and I did not have the chance to play it yet. Yeah, I bought Wingspan and Everdell during the pandemic thinking to myself, eventually I'll get to play these. I might as well just start stocking up on games that I want to play with people. And that way, when I'm able to play with people, I'm ready. And now, you know, I find little wooden eggs all over my fucking house because my kid loves all of these games. Not because she knows what they are, but because there are pieces inside of all of them that she thinks are cool. So by the time I actually play these games with people, I'm gonna be missing a bunch of parts is the point I'm trying to make. No, somebody already asked that. No, I still have. Where is it? Yeah. Those exit. Those are the exit games right there. Still in their shrink wrap. I wish to play them. Oh, that's fun, Stay Ashy. I bought Betrayal at House on the Hill. I think by now it has to have some dust. That game was really fun when we played it for my like 10-year stream. That was a cool game. I would love to play that in person with somebody. A 3D resin printer is your best friend for missing pieces. Oh my god, I bet. I've been watching so much stuff about like cool, because like Clark has a bunch of stuff where I think to myself, man, I really wish that I had a container that was like this for this stuff, right? There are people whose like entire thing on YouTube and TikTok is they make like a custom container to hold a highly specific thing. Typically it's like cards for a game or like, you know, a collection of some sort to like showcase it, or like just board game sort of stuff. That stuff is so interesting to watch, and every time I'm like, man, that would be so nice for some of the things in my house. Is 3D printing hard to learn? I have no idea. From what I can tell, there's definitely like a learning curve with it, but there's so much stuff that you can, like so many things to print that you can just download and print, right? Like you don't have to necessarily know how to like make the model for it. It's interesting. Clark is your cat. Clark is my daughter. Clark is my child, my 3-year-old. I do have 2 cats though. You know, a lot of stories about toddlers are kind of interchangeable with stories about cats. So really, I know, I was literally just thinking to myself, like, if I learned Blender, maybe the next step would be a 3D printer. Here's the thing though, I know I've talked about this before, but there's like, it's a decent ways away from me, but there's sort of like a group of artists that all rent out space together. I emailed them before being like, hey, I would love to come and take a look at the place where you guys like work. Because I've thought to myself, like, that way, like, they have like tons of like carpentry tools there, they have 3D printers there, like all of these things. So that way, if I was like interested in something, instead of like blowing a bunch of money on a thing and then potentially not really using it that much, I could just use like a communal one. So I don't know. I still go back and forth on it though. But like I have these like Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings that I'm trying to like be more, not necessarily efficient with, but just like use them for what I need them for, right? And if even like once a week I just spent an entire morning out at a place like that to like work on a project, I feel like that could be very fulfilling. Yeah, I did a little Blender stream with Kelly. So Kelly Siren, friend of the show, Kelly Siren, is a lovely VTuber streamer who for like years now has worked on her own models and taught herself how to use Blender and everything else that you need in order to like make a VTuber model. And so she had offered a while back, like, hey, if you want to learn how to like Frankenstein together a model for yourself or wanted to learn a little bit of Blender, like I could totally teach you the basics. And honestly, she was such a good teacher. She like really covered, I feel like the important stuff that you would need to know to like start doing other things, right? But it's so confusing, dude. There's so much. It's wild. Moral needs a new t-shirt for season 3. Moral's getting a whole new thing. Well, probably same trousers, same like ripped up jeans, but a whole new top aesthetic. I'm very excited. Bitten off more than you can chew, or are you still determined to carry on with it? I mean, I'm just kind of like casually learning it, aren't I? So I'm not stressing about it too much. I haven't like promised to make anything or do anything specific with it. It's just something that I think would be interesting to learn. There is something I would like to be able to do with it, but I don't need to be able to do that thing for another year or so. So Punisher on YouTube. He does long streams showing you how to do 3D modeling. Tight. Dimi! The myth, the legend. What's up, bud? Happy 7 months. I hope you're doing good. I was thinking about you because people keep like posting pictures of the boys lately. The usual, destroying hands and hearts. You know. Dimi Art in chat is a lovely artist, friend of the show, etc., etc. No, I ain't. I don't know you. If anybody asks, we've never met before. Never. That's my next character. Never mind, that's just Eugene. Never mind, that's just Eugene. The return of Eugene. Yo, I could just do Eugene again. If I had to play Eugene in a D&D show. I don't even know where I would start. Is he a changeling? What is he? Like, what is he? Is he a water genasi? How do we explore the slime nature of Eugene in a D&D setting? For anybody missing out on this joke, Eugene was a character that I played in a Fate Accelerated game that took place in space. And so all of us just like made up alien races basically to play as. And I was like, I just want to be a slime monster. So I was. And somehow this slime monster character is like one of, if not the most beloved roleplay character I've ever been in my life. He was literally just a piece of shit slime. This is the whole character. Eugene was amazing. I do miss him. What was the deal with letters? Eugene could remove bits of his own slime to basically operate as sentries, or to like, he could do things with like little bits of himself, but they basically gained sentience each time that I did it. Each time that I split off part of myself from the body, we rolled, how many letters are there? 27. We rolled a die to see which letter I lost. So that little slime could only communicate in the one letter. And as the host slime, the original Eugene, I had to speak without that one letter. It was a mess. It was a nightmare. So I did it very rarely. How long did you have to speak like that for? Until it joined back with the body? Or I can't remember how much time we determined, but we said that like after a certain number of hours, my body would have regenerated what was lost, and the slime that was left over was now its own being. I did lose the letter E one time. Nightmare. Any new RP shows on the horizon for you? I'm talking with a couple of different people about short stuff, which I'm totally fine with. There's a couple different people that where a conversation has basically happened where it's like, it would be so cool for us to play in a thing, but I don't know if like we could commit to a thing for very long, but maybe we could do a short like 4 to 6 episode thing. So there might be a couple of short things happening, but none of that is set in stone at all. I just remembered. Oh my god. One sec. Barricade. Because my kid's napping, so. Have you thought about being a DM again? Yeah, for sure. I was actually talking with Joe about it when we were playing Tribes of Midgard. Oh my god. Did I just have the most incredible timing ever? Holy shit. Oh yeah, but we were talking about it because Joe is like one of my he's like an incredible DM. He's also like been such a huge like supportive person when it comes to me DMing, which is very sweet. So yeah, we were talking about DMing stuff, and I was saying that like recently I've been watching a lot of stuff about like story construction, like how do you construct a story, or like how do you construct a story in a way where you're still giving all of your players like agency to make choices, um, and let them, you know, follow up on what seems interesting to them and do all of this other stuff, but still like have put in the work to be able to have a framework that you can improvise within, and how difficult that is to put together, you know. So I was like bouncing ideas off of Joe. Nothing. I just have 2 paper cuts on my finger. That cat tower is perfect. Where did you get it from? I don't know. Pets at Home, one of the like pet stores here. The cats hate it. They don't use it. So so it is useless to me. There's a Bulma sitting in it right now. It's a Bulma tree. It's a Bulma tree now. Yeah. Has anyone ever had a cat that actually used their cat tree? The cat tree that I had in Los Angeles, my cats were obsessed with. They loved it. They loved my chair and they loved the cat tree. And those were like the 2 like mwah, perfect things for them. Yeah, I miss that chair. Yeah, whenever I see those like, you want to make, like you want to build a cool thing for your cat, I'm like, I would love to if I thought for even a second that they would use it. I would love to put in the work to make like a super cute cat tree that looks like a cactus and shit. But no, my cats are not box cats. They don't like boxes. They don't sit in boxes. They don't bother. Neither of them have any interest in boxes whatsoever, which is very strange to me. But Watson has started to get really aggro about Clark's room, which annoys me. Watson basically has gotten to the point now where she's like, that's my room. And she gets really mad if we if we shut the door on her, because she'll come in and just start meowing a bunch, and Clark will be like, Watson's waking me up, or like, Watson's in my room. And so I'll be like, okay, I'll kick her out, and I'll pick her up and I'll set her outside and I'll close the door, and she'll just sit there going meow 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 meow, and I'm just like, Watson, calm down. She's so silly. But literally, if you are looking for Watson, she's probably asleep on Clark's bed. How far they've come. Clark and Watson. How far they've come together. I didn't get to read very much of my book today. I'm kind of bummed about it. I was trying to read it while Clark was eating her lunch and kind of like chilling and watching her tablet. I was like, nice. I'm going to make myself a coffee. I'm going to read some of my book and just chill next to my baby. We'll have a good time. And Clark would not leave my book alone. She kept like, I was like, you can touch it. You can hold it. Do not bend it, please. And if I think that you're going to rip a page, I'm going to put it away somewhere because I really don't want this book ruined. And she, twice in a row, she like bent the cover all the way back, like in half. And I was like, do not do that because I don't want this book ruined. If you do it again, I'm going to have to put it away. And she was like, okay. And immediately did it again. And I was like, now I can't even read it now because I have to make good on what I said I was going to do. So I like put it somewhere else and she was so mad about it. She was so mad about it. I'm having to punish myself. What's up with that shit? So I read a little bit of it on my phone. But, you know, it took like a year to figure out where I was in the Kindle version. Unreal. The consequences of my own actions. It was very cute though. Cause she like stomped her feet and she was like, I'm gonna go play somewhere else. And I was like, okay. And she walked away. And maybe like 2 minutes later came back in and she was like, Mommy, I'm sorry that I yelled at you. And I was like, that's okay. Maybe I didn't communicate to you very well what was going on here, but I really don't want my book to get ruined. So I put it away for now because I think that you really wanted to like bend and play with something and you can't bend and play with my book. And she was like, okay. So in the end it worked out, but I was like, I really wanted to just chill and read my book. Oh well. I'm amazed that she's 3. She communicates like a much older child from the sound of it. No way my brothers spoke like this when they were 3. We've been told quite a few times that she excels like at communicating and speaking and all of these things, which is great. You know, she dumped literally every point that she's got into charisma. She like really wanted to communicate. It's all that she's focused on. And it's nice. It's nice to be able to talk with her. And, you know, there are other kids that are doing much better in some other areas. But that's just kind of how it goes, right? Like, kids are going to grow at different rates, et cetera, et cetera. I also talk to her constantly and encouraged Sam from an early age to start talking to her constantly, which I think also helped. We read her lots of books. We talk to her a lot. But I don't want it to sound like that's all that it takes for a kid start talking early, right? Some kids just take a long time to start talking, and there's nothing wrong with that. I wonder if she talks like this to other kids or if her language completely changes. She talks like that with other kids, yeah. From my observations from like picking her up from preschool when she's walked out with like her friends, she speaks to them the exact same way that she talks to us. My mom always says my sister took a long time to talk and now won't stop. I started talking early and now I'm super quiet. Right? Like it's well, it's not exactly like this, but it's sort of similar in that like people, there's like a whole lot of discussion now about like breast milk versus formula, and some people are really uppity about like whether you feed a kid breast milk or formula and like how long you should do it and blah 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 blah, right? The fact of the matter is sometimes kids cannot be breastfed for X, Y, or Z reason, and formula is fantastic, and it keeps your baby fed and has everything that it needs in it to feed a baby and have them healthy, right? Both options are great. But some people get really, really uppity about it. And I was talking with a friend a while back, and we were both like, the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, you don't meet a person and go, bet they were fed formula, right? Like you, like no one knows whether you were breastfed or fed formula, right? Like that's not a thing. And I think like for some of these sorts of things that parents wind up worrying about or being concerned about in the early stages, it's the same sort of thing where like, you know, Sam's brother didn't talk at all until he was 3 at all. You wouldn't know it now. It's fine, right? Obviously, as parents, it's good for us to be, you know, aware and observant of what's going on with our kids. And if there is, you know, something more going on there, you know, be open to the idea of there being something that you should look into and follow up on. But I think sometimes we get really worried about things like that when there's nothing to be worried about, you know? I was a formula baby, I think. No, I was not, actually. I'm remembering this now. My mom swapped me to formula really early on because I was a piece of shit to feed. Imagine telling someone they have breast milk energy. I hate that. Apparently she got a lot of ear infections. Yeah, Sam and his brothers, I think, had lots of ear infections. I don't know if Sam did, but I think his brothers both had to get like tubes, the tube stuff in your ear to like drain. All these new firsts for the kid. Parents have just as many too in a lot of ways. Absolutely. Yeah. I talk about that a lot too. That like your kids are learning to be humans. You are at the exact same time learning to be a parent, and you can't prepare for everything. And it's okay. And some days you're going to feel like, man, I really sucked at that today. But, you know, you take that learning experience into the next day. Anyway. We're all just doing our best. Hey, you're doing great. And if you're a parent, I believe in you. Maybe today's rough. Maybe today's amazing. You got this. It's all gonna be great. New parents can be real savage with each other. I think sometimes like when you're in the next stage, you rapidly forget how hard the last stage was. And I think sometimes when a new parent is trying to talk with their parent friends about a stage that they're in, about something that they're really struggling with their kid, the people they're confiding in wind up saying a lot of like, oh, but you'll blink and it'll be over. It'll be just fine. I know it's hard now, but it's, you know, like you'll get through it, etc., etc. And all of that's true. All of that's true, but it's so unhelpful. But it's so unhelpful. Because you, like, when someone comes to me asking about stuff that Clark was doing like 6 months ago, sometimes I legitimately have to be like, I honestly don't remember how we dealt with that. And yeah, it's true that looking back, I'm like, oh, it feels like it was just a blip, right? But in the moment, I remember having a really hard time with that. And I wish I remembered what I did. Maybe I never figured it out. I don't know. You know, like, parenting's rough. I don't know. Oh my God, look at this Octo gang. Damn. Rise up. Yeah, Octo gang just casually doing a rise up, you know. A motorbike. A motorbike just went by. How delightful. I had no idea what this was when I started it. What, the Octo gang? That makes it better, if that's true. How is Octo? He's good. I think today he's doing his tournament, right? His Guilty Gear tournament. I have no idea what the Octo thing is. It'll cost me half or just over half of my channel points, but let's go. So, to give you context into the Octo gang channel command, we have a friend named Octopimp, who is a lovely fellow streamer and one of my best friends in the world. And early on with channel points, there was the way that you highlighted, I think if I recall correctly, the way that you highlighted a message was you spent 640 points and could highlight your message, if I recall correctly. And so he would show up and just like go 640 gang, and then a bunch of people would do 640 gang. They would all yell 640 gang in chat and just redeem it over and over again. So when I started like tinkering with the channel point thing, I made it so that the 640 command was literally just Octo's 640 gang. He is a meme lord. The finest of meme lords. A rare vintage. Is that thing in front of the door to prevent Clark from walking in? Yes, because Clark is taking a nap right now. And I don't trust her to not try to walk in without clothes on. have to pee really bad. So I'm going to take a really quick break. We're all going to go pee, okay? Everybody pee. Everybody pee. We're going to run a couple of ads and play some music. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, a predication, huh? I was gonna leave it at a predicky and then it seemed weird. A little predicky, huh? Does Dodger return with food? Did I return with food? Well, no. I literally went pee and talked to my husband and came back. I'm so sorry. Boo! Don't boo me! This is my life. I didn't even get more coffee. I just have the smidgy dredges that are left. Good morning. We've been bamboozled. What? What? Must be good coffee. It's alright. It's not too bad. Clark is really mad at me for not using that espresso machine yet, though. So I promised her that this afternoon we would figure out how to use the espresso machine together, and we would use the hair chalks. Use some hair chalk in her hair and see how that went. Yeah, because I dyed my hair, and she said she wanted to make her hair pink, and I was like, we could get you some hair chalk because it washes out, and she was like, yeah. So I bought her some hair chalk. We have not used it yet. I've never heard of hair chalk. Oh, it's great. It's literally just like little chalk that you like rub into your hair, and it just coats your hair, so it washes out, but until you wash it, it'll be a different color. So, not a drill. My baby girl took a record 10 steps. Everybody shall be blessed with this great leg day. Oh, congrats, baby. Yeah, so it's not like an aerosol like spray or anything weird. It's just like a non-toxic, like colorful chalk that you can just put in your hair. Yeah, it's what we it's basically what we used. It is what we used for Sam when he was Geralt. We just got like a bunch of white hair chalks and just like put his hair how it was going to be and then ran hair chalk through it. Doesn't matter if the hair is dark. It does a little bit. So to that point, when Sam was Geralt, Sam has nearly black hair, like really, really dark hair. And so it took quite a bit to make his hair not look dark anymore, but it did work eventually. But yeah, it's just harder to cover up. What texture is hair chalk? Just feels like a little kind of waxy, I guess. Your hair doesn't feel like soft. It feels like there's something on it, but depending on how much you put on there, if you put a ton on there, it's like you don't really want to touch it. If you're just putting a little bit on there, it feels fine. It's just obvious there's something on the hair, you know. It's creepy how much you look like my mom in the 90s. Hell yeah. What's up, mom? It's me, past you. Get your shit together. I'm kidding. The main issue with hair chalk is it isn't transfer proof and it often stains stuff. Yeah. If you like go to bed with it, it's definitely going to get all over your pillowcase and stuff. That is a good point to bring up, Telly. I looked up Sam's Geralt cosplay. Dang, it's awesome. Yeah, he looked really good. He looked very cute. Love the hair. Thank you. Me too. I was gonna run a straightener through it because I hate when like both sides of my hair are like swooping in the same direction. Now you're not going to be able to unsee it if you didn't notice before, but like, yeah, this side is going this way, but also this side is also going this way. Thanks, Lich King. My hair does that too. I hate it. It's so annoying. The easiest way to fix that is just to run a straight iron through either one side to like get them to both curl inwards or both curl outwards, or just flatten both of them. I just didn't take the time to do it, so. Your beard did that? Nice. Have you ever gotten Hayley Williams? Every day of my fucking life. That was the other thing that made me laugh when I did the like internal video thing for Twitch the other day with Aurelian. When we were talking about the tag system, and Aurelian was like, oh, sometime you should try like, you know, putting yourself in the family friendly category or something. And I was like, yeah, I should do that. I'm sure I would excel at a family friendly category. That would go well, I bet. I bet I could do that. Does Sam skate? No. It's not like your language or topics or anything anti-family friendly. Most people who tune into a family friendly stream do not want you dropping F-bombs. It's my cussness, my cuss word usage is what keeps me from the family friendly category. I like to think that I am a wholesome individual, that I try to create a nice positive atmosphere here. I just say fuck sometimes, and I make dick jokes sometimes. What are you gonna do? It's family friendly if it's a family of adults. That's true. We also talk about like existential shit. And not everybody wants their kid hearing somebody be like, here's the thing about death. So what are you gonna do? Chill with a spark. Add a little bit of spice. If the spice was pepper. I wonder if you'd get much more viewers with a family-friendly tag. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Isn't Twitch meant to be 13 plus anyway or something? Yeah, you're not supposed to like have an account on Twitch or be streaming on Twitch unless you're over 13. But like the tag exists for a reason, right? Some people are putting on a stream while their kids are in the same room, or just remembered shit. Speaking of, I just fucking remembered that. Holy shit. Oh my god. Was there a parenting tag on Twitch? I don't think so. Parent? Parent is on here. Sure. I'll use the parent tag. I don't know that anybody's looking specifically for videos under the parent tag, but great. Yep, I've added it. We're in the parent tag now. Parent. I'm a parent. Is that what you would do? Or would it just do I'm a mom? I don't know. Just one finger. Parent. I don't think that's how that works. Hi, Brett. How are you, bud? Brett Ultimus in chat, one of my DMs and friend. I don't know if Joe is still here, but Joe Fudge is also one of my DMs and friend. How'd I get to be so lucky? I woke up at 9 a.m. like normal people. I'm very proud of you. Sam woke up at 9 a.m. the other day. Wild. Where's Joe Fudge? I don't know if he's still here. He swung by to... I was going to say he swung by to heckle me, but he was lovely and then walked away. After going to bed at 6? No. It was the night when he went to bed at like 2 a.m. Are you and or Sam hyped for Blood Bowl 3? I mean, Sam loves Blood Bowl. I used to love Blood Bowl. I sort of fell out of love with it, but... Biggest heckle is compliments, you know? It depends. Does the person not take compliments well? It might feel like heckling. Bamazons forever. Do you have a cat tree blocking the door? I do. So that if my child decided that clothing was not her favorite thing today, she can't just barge in. Yeah, this is why we're in the parent tag. Are you a streamer parent? Get a cat tree. Or just put a lock on the door. Whichever you can afford. The Blood Bowl League may actually have been the first time I saw content with you. Whoa, that's actually pretty crazy. Point the camera away from the door? I don't know where else to point it. Yeah, I'll just point it this way. This can be an audio only stream. Yeah. I know that, like, we goof about that, but I honestly think that would be amazing. Like, if I thought that there was even a possibility that Clark was going to barge in to just be able to, like, suddenly switch to a VTuber mode. Can I backseat the setup? Dodger, buy a green screen, key in your old LA apartment, confuse the entirety of chat. That would be incredible. What would your VTuber model be? It would be a normal, like, just a person wearing like a hoodie and ripped up jeans and whatever. Just chill, like, you know, unisex clothing body, and then a skull for a head. Every time I say this to anyone, they're like, you could make that model so easily. So that's Sans. I don't want it to look like Sans, but yeah, that's the idea. But why? Because I don't want to be an anime girl, and I don't want to be a cute animal. I just want to be a skeleton in a hoodie. You could VTube your Final Fantasy XIV character. No, thank you. I want to be a skeleton in a hoodie. I'm sure there are other options. There's not. I want to be a skeleton in a hoodie. You're getting both demographics, the living and the dead. Those are the two genders. Does Clark still think everybody has skeletons in their stomachs? No, not anymore. She understands that your skeleton is everywhere. Sometimes she found her ankle bone the other day and she was like, "Mommy, what is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a bone." And she was like, "Oh." And I was showing her the bones on my feet and my ankles, and she was tapping all of the bones on her feet and her ankles. I have a bone on the top of my foot that sticks out really far, like way further than I've seen on anybody else's foot in my life. Except my brother. My brother has the same, like, big foot bone for whatever reason. So I was showing that to her, and she was like, "I don't have it." And I was like, "You have it. It's just not huge like mommy's is." Yeah, if you look at your foot and there's like a bone like halfway through. I'm not going to show you because it's the internet, but Where your big toe is, if you follow that line, like, back to your ankle, if, like, halfway through your foot, you have a huge bone sticking up, then, hey, we're bone buddies. Like, on top of the foot. Like, on top of the foot, if you have a big bone sticking out of the top of your foot. I wish I could show it to you, but I ain't gonna. No, not my ankle. Midway through your foot, here are your toes, here's your ankle. Here are your toes, here's your ankle. You go this way, midway through your foot, on top of your foot. Do you have a big bone sticking up? If you do, welcome. We have a big weird bone in our foot that everybody has, but for some reason it sticks out on our feet. So there you go. And now we'll stop talking about feet. Please. What's it called? That's a great question. Sorry, hold on. One more foot thing. Foot bones. What is it called? Navicular bone, maybe? No. Cuneiform bone? Middle cuneiform? I don't know. I'm not sure which one of these is big on my foot. I don't know. I'm not sure. The first metatarsal? I don't think so. No, because I can feel the end of the first metatarsal. And then it's the bone just past that. Why are you so big? Why is this bone so big? It doesn't make any fucking sense. I want an x-ray of my foot. Anyways, now we're done talking about feet. Looks at foot accusingly. Like, what happened? Anyways. Interesting genetic shit. Chat, go to medical school. What's friendship jail? It's this. Welcome to friendship jail, everybody. Where the points don't matter. Friendship jail is emote only mode. And then we turn one of these fucking things on. So enjoy. It's supposed to last a minute. It really lasts as long as I'm aware of it. So sometimes I turn it on and then I'm like, I'm gonna leave this on while I do a thing, and sometimes I leave it on for like 5 minutes. And nobody in chat except my mods can be like, hey, you left this on. So that's fun. Yeah, you know, it's a little mod vacation. It's a little mod vacation. It's some chill time, you know, to just like relax. Here, I'll give you a prompt. What's an emote you wish you had a reason to use more often, but you never get to? Go for it. Use it. It'll pop up on the big screen. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the weird shit. Yeah. Here we go. This is what this is really for. I wish that the GIF ones, I wish that the animated emotes could be animated on the wall, but they can't. They lose some of their power. Anywho. Beep. Thanks so much, Thomic, for the friendship jail. Free. Free to exact vengeance on he who imprisoned me. It's the curse of the lamp, all the power in the universe, and I'm bound by the rules of the genie, which means I can't kill that upstart Aladdin unless I have someone arrange it for me. Take him to Agrabah at once! Ah. There's some truly cursed emotes out there. There are. And there's some people who just like hoard cursed emotes, like tomato. Bruh. This channel has truly evolved. You know? I'm Demon Lord DOOGER now. I'm a new breed. I'm built different. That's for any of you who are watching Slime. His emotes are perfect. I'm not saying they aren't perfect. I'm saying they're cursed. And if you disagree that Tomato's emotes are cursed, you're wrong. You're incorrect. I did play Midgard, yeah. I played it twice on stream solo, and I played it co-op with just Joe Fudge, so I've played it 2-player. I really want to get a group together of like 5+ people. That sounds wild. Loving your bookshelf? Thank you. I also love my bookshelf. I think that it could be put together a bit better, but like the stuff on it, I could assemble it a bit better, but I do enjoy it. No, Valheim did not seem interesting to me. But, I was gonna say Clark. Tiri got really into it, and so did Sam. Tiri hosted a community server, so that was cute. Aw. Thank you, Brandito. I like it. But yeah. The rest of today, figuring out the hair chalk, maybe doing a little bit of painting. We ran out of watercolor paper, and so Clark's been very miffed because every time she asks to like paint or do anything like that, I'm like, we don't have any paper to do that with. we had some leftover paper plates from when we like first moved here, like first moved to England, and we painted on all of those. So all of those are gone now. We literally have nothing that has like the stability necessary for us to paint on it and not have it just be a disaster. So I was like, maybe after my stream and after you've had quiet time, we can go to the craft store together and get some paper. So I might do that. How are the ladies and the plants? The ladies are great. The plants are not great. Some of the plants have made it through this like extreme heat followed by downpour of water sort of thing. Some of them did not make it, and that's partly my fault. I've talked a little bit about like the mental place that I'm in, but I really just kind of let them go. Unfortunately, I was not paying as close of attention as I should have to them. And some of them died, and that's completely on me, and I'm sad about it, but it is what it is, so. Did we do your friendship jail last stream? Oh shit, I did refund you for it, because I thought we didn't. Yeah, I'm okay. I've just been in like a really weird place mentally. I was explaining that like I let my office get really awful, like really terrible, and it was wreaking havoc on my ability to like do anything in this room. So I cleaned the whole office, and I feel much better about that. I had a day where I got a lot done on Wednesday, so that was great. And yeah, just trying to like come up with systems that work a bit better for me to like deal with this constantly stressful feeling of feeling like I'm letting things slip, or like I'm also just kind of off and on dealing with the weird homesick isolation feeling, either really well or not very well at all. And lately I've been struggling with that, so yeah, just normal stuff. You move to another country and you don't really have the opportunity because of a pandemic to make any friends or like start your own life really outside of, you know, your nuclear family. Being on a different time zone from most of my friends, it's just hard to like feel connected with people, you know? It's very normal. Sam went through the same stuff. It was really hard for him. I know it's gonna pass, and I know that I'm gonna like, you know, be able to start doing my own thing and feeling like I'm, you know, putting down roots and all of that sort of stuff, but I occasionally go through periods of time where I feel really like alone. And it's normal. It's normal even without a pandemic, so. But yeah, if you're struggling with stuff like that, we're gonna be just fine. And sometimes we gotta do a little self-care and just like let ourselves be sad, you know? Yeah, Sam was like, Sam has said this multiple times, but he's like, if what you need is for us to like get away, you know, go to the beach, go camping, if you want to like figure out how you can go and see your parents for a few days, like whatever it is that you think that you need, we can make it happen. And all of that stuff sounds nice, but I don't think any of it would necessarily like, none of that is gonna fix it, you know? It's like a long-term problem. So I do wanna get away though. I do wanna get away. That sounds nice. Did I see earlier you brought back coffee time? I've just started, at the beginning of every single stream is me just sitting here with a cup of coffee talking. So we've just started calling that coffee time. So I'm not behaving or doing anything differently. I just put coffee time in the title at the beginning of every stream now. Yeah, I mean, I've had so many friends who like either moved to America from, you know, all the way across the country, or moved to America from a different country entirely, or whatever. And it takes a couple of years. It does. You feel really out of sorts. You feel really far away and disconnected from everything. And some of you are going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. I did great right up from the get-go when I moved. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. It's really normal, though, to have a decent amount of time where you feel like you're annoying and you have no friends and really isolated and like you don't know what you're doing and you need a hobby, but you also don't want to pursue a hobby and like just really like adrift. And it takes a while to find your footing, I think. I think it's very normal. We'll find out next week you've taken up golf. Oh my god, no thank you. Of all the sports, of all the sports for me to take an interest in, I don't think it will ever be golf. Golf is great though. Both my family and Sam's family love golf. Clark is really interested in golf. My in-laws got her a golf club, a little lefty golf club, for her birthday, and she loves it. That's great. I have no problem with golf. I have no interest in playing golf though. Time zone changes is what really got me when we switched continents. Yeah. Knowing that like the best time to try and talk to anybody is like always nighttime. Like I can't connect with anyone. You know, I have these mornings that are free now, right? Not free, but like these mornings to like sort of figure out how I want to utilize them. And I really can't like use them to try and reach out to anybody, to like hang out, to sit on a call and have a cup of coffee or anything like that. It's like the most inconvenient time for pretty much everybody in the US. So it has to be nighttime. So that cuts out like all of the days that I stream. And, you know, I've got all of these like ventures going on, which is great, but I have to have meetings for those. And all of those meetings are with people in America, so they have to be in the evenings, right? There's like a small window of time when I can try to like reach out to buds. And it doesn't always work out. Especially West Coast buds are tough. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not trying to be a downer, but this all started because somebody was asking how the plants are doing. I let some of the plants die. And I didn't mean to. I neglected the plants when I was in like the really deep bad part of this. So it's unfortunate. We're trying to give them some love again. Yeah, it doesn't help that the chickens are just like munching on everything. Yeah, you know, Jesse, Octo, Jeannie, Kristen, Aaron, Miana, like all those guys. I have with like at least half of them. I have, you know, our DM conversations are like, we should really try and have a phone call sometime. We should really just like sit and watch a thing sometime. We should play a game sometime. And it's hard to find the right time to do that. But I was talking with my sister. Something showed up. Oh, it was something for mermaids. This was so weird. So like my sister's address is my American address now, right? So if something needs to be sent to me and it needs to go to an American address, I just give them my sister's address. Mermaids, because we made that big donation to mermaids in I guess beginning of July, right? Mermaids somehow, I guess the way that I paid for it, it like gave them an address, but it was my sister's address, so they totally could have, it's a UK based charity organization, right? They could have just sent me a thing here, but the address that they had was the American one. So my sister was like, I have a package for you. Are you expecting a package that says mermaids on it in huge letters? And I was like, no, but I did make a donation to a company called Mermaids, so they might have sent a thing. And for some reason it went to you instead of to me in the UK. And she was like, okay, well, I'll give it to you in November when you visit. And she was like, right? You're visiting in November, right? I'm going to see you in November. And I was like, I think so, because we'll be fully vaccinated at that point. There shouldn't be a reason that we can't fly over there easy enough and fly back. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm crying. It made me feel really emotional. She was like, I miss you so much. I'm so glad. So I'm going to be really happy when I get to see all of them. Oh no, my chickens are screaming. What y'all doing? Yeah, I mean, this is like, man, I really hope that works out. Man, I really hope that I'm able to go over there in November. It's obviously not a 100% thing, but I am very hopeful. Attending the Chilluminati event in LA? What is that? What's the Chilluminati event? Gotcha. End of October, I see. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, sometimes I forget that I did that song with Besso and it was a Tiny Waves thing. Green Day, Fall Out Boy, Weezer concert. Oh my God, what a blast from the past. heat wave to return soon. Is it actually? Are we actually supposed to have another heat wave soon? Because I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Give me the 10-day forecast. Up through the 9th, consistent rain. Hell yeah. Stop, please. I can't handle more heat. According to this, where I'm at, we're going to have rain up through the 9th at least in the 10-day forecast. So, and then after that, death. Hot England is a curse. It is not fun. Oh my god. I got Clark a couple of like really cute things. I think I was telling you guys about them. One of them is like a huge like chunky rainbow sweater. She wore it for most of the morning. We came downstairs and she was like, "I'm cold." And I was like, "You're cold? This is so rare." My child, who when I'm cold is normally just walking around naked, like, "Ah, what a lovely balmy day." She was like, "I'm cold." She pointed at her arm and she was like, "Mommy, what are these?" And I looked and I was like, "They're goosebumps, honey. It means you're cold." And she was like, "I'm cold." So I was like, "Oh, I got you a thing. I got you a new sweater. Do you want it?" She was like, "Yeah." So she put on this rainbow sweater and it's huge on her, but so cute. And she wore it for most of the morning. But at a certain point I got like really sick of the area where I normally keep my coffee and like the grinder and stuff. Was just a nightmare. And I was like, I'm sick of this. I'm taking everything out and I'm like getting all the like coffee crumbs and shit out of there. So Clark of course wanted to help. Ate 2 whole coffee beans in a row before I realized she was doing it. So that's probably why she was wobbly, earlier on in the morning and then was totally fine for a while. It was probably the coffee beans. But anyways, I looked at her after we were done and I was like, "Oh, did you rub some coffee dust on your sweater?" And she was like, "Yeah." So now this beautiful like pastel rainbow sweater had like big like brown like fingerprints all over it. It's like, I'll wash it. It's fine. I used to love eating coffee beans as a kid. Me too. I'm very delighted that she managed to take a nap though. They taste like good dirt. I feel like a lot of food could be characterized that way. What happened to your finger? Paper cuts. Mushrooms are the best dirt. Mushrooms. They're alive. Don't even start on mushrooms. Remember when I told chat that mushrooms were closer to us genetically than all other animals? And people were like, "There's no way that's true." And it was not. That it actually was that mushrooms are closer genetically to us than all other plants. Which makes way more sense. Look, I was close. Mushroom person. I am a mushroom person. My name is Moral. Oh. Moral. That's actually really easy to do. Moral. I just realized if I wanted to BSL as my mushroom person, it's just really easy to do my name. That's all. Can VR chat detect finger motion for sign language? If you have index controllers, it does track finger motion. There are a bunch of people who use I don't know if it's ASL, if it's Makaton. I'm not sure like what type of sign language it is that they use, or if it's like kind of its own amalgamation, but there's a large community of people on VR chat who don't use voice and sign to one another. VR chat has its own simplified sign language. That would make sense. It is cool, yeah. Sam was like RPing in like a bar situation. He was asked to RP as like the bouncer and had to work with all of the wait staff, and everyone on the wait staff signed to one another. None of them used voice. And so he learned a bunch of the signs that they used so he could sign them to them, which is fun. What the fuck? It's not coffee dust, no. Man, yeah, since actually mounting my cameras, I have not done VR yet, and I keep thinking to myself, like, I need to actually, like, do VR now. Now that I have, like, look. Like, they're actually mounted. I haven't done VR since I did that. These mounts are really nice because you can screw them into the wall, but they actually come with like a really heavy duty, like sticky thing. So you can just stick them to the wall, and they've done great just being stuck to the wall. It's great. Oh my God, Bullseye University. That was forever ago. Years ago. Until you pull them off and the plaster along with it. I'm gonna have to fix all kinds of shit like that in this house. I don't care. Literally, this whole house, I don't know what type of paint is that they use. My dad called it a whitewash. But, like, if you try to clean a wall, so say that, like, my cat has certain areas, certain walls that he just rubs up against. If I try to clean that part of the wall, the paint just comes right off with just water. Just water on a towel, and I wipe a couple of times and the paint's just gone. So my dad was like, yeah, that'll happen. The paint comes off and leaves a gray patch. Yeah, it's so strange. So there's plenty of spots in this house that I'm going to need to, like, fix the wall because we've put holes in the wall, or repaint or whatever. I'm not going to worry about it now. Is it a new build? No, it's a super old house. It's a really old farmhouse that has like some modern upgrades, like all of the windows are double pane windows and stuff, but it's just an old farmhouse. Plans on buying the house? No, we're not going to buy this house. This house is like perfect for me. It is not perfect for Sam. There are a lot of spaces in this house, including his office, that are not suited for a bigger dude. So. I saw Brett's tweet, no pirates today. No pirates today, yeah. No pirates today. I'm thinking about doing, because we didn't do a stream on Thursday night. I'm thinking about, I hesitate to say this because I would hate to tweet out yet again and be like, just kidding, I'm not doing it, but I might do a little art stream, maybe. Break in this tablet because I still haven't really done that. He looks so small in there sometimes, like he's streaming from a closet. It's like a long room. Not to bring up the long room meme, but like it's like a long kind of narrow room. It's perfect location wise because he's so loud and he streams all night, but he doesn't keep us awake because he's downstairs and like away from us, right? So he got kind of like banished down there, but like if we're being honest, that room would be perfect for me because I'm smaller and I don't need that much space. And he would make better use of a room like this that's more of like a square, right, with room to like move. But all of these rooms are right next to each other and they're all bedrooms. So I'm currently in a sleeping people sandwich, right? Sam's there, Clarky's there. But yeah. Are the walls pretty thick? They're not noticeably thin. They're also not noticeably thick. You're up there because of sound if Sam was streaming there. If Sam streamed here all night, Clark and I would not sleep for even a moment. It would not happen. So he has to be like kind of far away from us. Yeah. Yeah, we can. So I got this guy. I'm really excited about it. And now that I've cleaned my office, I can break it in. But I have a little, I say little, but it's like a decently sized tablet. It's an XP pen, which a lot of people really like, and was pretty affordable. So I'm excited to try it. Do they build new houses in the UK, or is it just old houses everywhere? There are new houses all over the place, yeah. But Sam and I, it's hard because, like, you know, on our list of, like, what do we want out of a home? One of the big things is we want the house to be detached, and not just detached, but have, like, some space around it. Again, because we're loud motherfuckers, right? Like, Sam spends most nights fucking yelling at all of our friends over voice chat while they're playing shit. So his dream is like, I want us to live somewhere where, you know, my doing that isn't going to keep anybody awake, including the people in the house. Which corresponds really well with me wanting a little bit of land to work with. So land is very expensive here. So I don't need a big house, but I would like a little bit of land. You chose to live in the UK with Sam. How did you make that decision? Did Sam not like the US as much? Sam was very homesick and really missed his family. And he had lived in America for quite a few years. And so when we got married, I told him, just to keep this short, I told him, just let me know when you want to go. When you want to go to the UK, it's my turn. I'll follow you. So we had Clark and all of Sam's siblings. Sam is the eldest of 5 kids. All of Sam's siblings were like starting to get pregnant and have kids and things. And he was like, I really want to be with my family. I really want Clark to know her cousins and grow up with them. And like, I miss my mom so much. And so I said, okay. And then we moved. So that's all it was. Sam did it for me first. He stayed in the US for quite a while. And now I'm in the UK. Is Sam the tallest sibling? I don't know. I haven't seen him next to his brothers in a long time. I don't know how tall they all are. If I'm being honest, when you're a short person, I assume it's the same for a tall person. When you're really tall, do short people just kind of go into a mental category of short? As a short person, there's a certain height of people where you're just like, I don't know, they're tall. I don't know. I don't have enough leverage to tell what the difference is between these different variations of tall. They're just all tall, right? So I have no clue. No idea who's the tallest. Yeah, they're just all big. They're all big, beautiful people. And I'm sure when they look at my family, they're like, wow, look at all of them shorty short shorts. Wow, what a bunch of short people. Arnar, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Thank you. And Bob Rossbro, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it so much. If you were gifted a sub by Arnar, by Fifi Fox, by Avi, anybody, please take the time to say thank you. It's very generous. Yeah, I'm the shortest in my family, but no one in my family is especially tall. I think my brother is the tallest, I think. And he's like 5'10", 5'11"-ish. When I graduated high school, I was 4'9". I've slowly grown over time. I'm now in my 30s and I'm 5 foot. My mom is like 5'3"-ish. My dad has a lot of back problems, had undiagnosed scoliosis and all kinds of things for like his entire life. He has shrunk quite a bit, and so he's like now closer to 5 foot as well. And my sister, I think, is like 5'8" or 9", I think. Yeah, so we've joked that, like, I'm just gonna slowly keep growing. And eventually I'll be 6'2". Bye, Brindle. Yeah, Sam is 6'4". I don't think anybody in the family is taller than 6'4", but I honestly don't know. I think every single one of the siblings is at least 6 foot, I think. But again, not sure. Yeah, I said my brother is 5'10" or 11, one of those. Oh, it's good to have you back, Arner. I'm glad you had a good time. Have you given Final Fantasy XIV a go? Yeah, I've been playing it for years. I play it every single week. I've been playing it since before Heaven's Ward came out. It's my favorite MMO. If you were to wake up tomorrow and be 6 foot, what would be the thing you would miss the most about being short? The places I can fit, probably. I really take for granted, and I don't think I would notice this as much if I wasn't, you know, married to someone much bigger than me. But there are places I can sit and positions I can sit in and things that I can do that Sam literally cannot do just because his legs are so long. So if I was suddenly super tall, I think probably it would be even more noticeable to me, like, wow, I can't do a lot of things that I used to be able to do. But on the plus side, it would basically expand my home by quite a bit. I could suddenly reach so many things that I've never been able to reach. Yeah, I'm just like a professional pretzel. So if I couldn't do that anymore, if I couldn't go on a plane and just sit cross-legged in my plane seat, God, it would be really alarming for me. Being tall on a plane sucks. I know it secondhand. Yeah. I am very aware of like how uncomfortable and difficult it is for Sam to be on a plane. And it can be worse, right? Like his case isn't even the worst case scenario. So, yeah, planes in general. Not built for comfort. Yeah, and keep in mind the majority of the flights that Sam takes, it's not like we're on flights all the time, is it? Even before all of this. The majority of flights that Sam and I would ever take are like 12 plus hours. I wish I had my dad's superpower. He passes out immediately on a plane. Oh my god. When I had to go back to America a couple times, like really early on in 2020, to like finish everything with my permanent residency card. Being on those flights, they were the first flights I had taken in a really long time without a baby. And I was like, holy shit. This is the life. This is amazing. I can do whatever I want. All right, let's start wrapping up. It's a Saturday, so we only do a couple hour stream. But let's read off these Valentines. Dana Dota sent everybody a little heart. Telly again sent us a message saying, my baby girl just took a record 10 steps. Everybody be blessed with a great leg day. Isamutai said, hey ladies, bros, and non-binary hoes. Never heard that before. It's been a while since my last Saturday morning DOOGER. I started watching when I was in high school, somewhere near 5th form or 6th form. I'm proud to say I just finished university. I'm ready to take on the adult world. Thanks for being the most amazing source of entertainment and joy. You helped me stay up through many long nights and group assignments. I wish you the best. Also, your hair on fire. Nice. Keep being amazing. Thanks, bud. And Arnar said, while I'm at it, the vacation time in the wilderness was a nice disconnect and adventure, but it's nice to be back as always. Hugs, distanced and consensual, and good vibes for everybody. To the cool folks in chat, fellow mods, and Dodger, take care of yourselves both in body and spirit. Congrats to the baby. Let's see, who is this? Hold on, honey, I'm almost done. Can you go to daddy? Thank you, darling. Blender Monday. Oh my gosh, how applicable. Okay, we're gonna be rating a streamer named Julie Strader, who is doing some Blender stuff, I guess. Or game dev stuff? Or just playing a game. I'm not sure which thing is going on right now, but that's fine. I know, that's why I was like, wait, Blender Monday, but it's Saturday. Who knows? Dimi art. Oh, it looks like we don't have everything. That's okay. Anybody who came before Dimi, I'm so sorry. You're lost to time. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the subs, resubs, biddies, any of that sort of stuff that happened. Demi Art. Thank you for the 7 months. Alex Sperling Games, thank you for the 39. 92 Lucas, thank you for the 18. Hiromatsu for the 23. Silpha for the 70. Woody for the 87. Adam for the 15. Zephyrus 1 for the 61. Geo Bahamut for the 50. Crumbling Biscuit for the 47. Unicorns Like a Boss for the 23. Lego Snape for the 10. Avi for the gifted sub. Megantopia for the 9. Happy Twitch baby. No sub gifts please for the 41. Dark Shadow for the 57. South Island Man for the 72. Happy 6 years. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nathan, thank you for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. I appreciate it very much, guys. Thank you for all the support. Broken Plaything, thank you for the 62. MLK for the 8. Omnimon for the 70. Tarnished Valor for the 6. Tempest Within for the 14. Whimsical Whimsy for the 49. Fifi Fox for the gifted sub. Fabi for the 30. Elizabeth Hayes for the 35. Arnar, thank you so much for all the gifted subs again. Bob Ross Bro for subscribing. Mr. Rowdy for the 6. Teox for the 28, Phoba Fett for the biddies, Zico for the 68, Jonesy for the 2, Nicked Meta for the 40, Freakmal for the 41, and Swetchy for the 43. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. I hope you're having an amazing day. I might be streaming again later today. That would be in like 6 hours-ish. If I'm gonna do a little art stream and break in this art tablet. We'll see and learn how to use it together. Could be fun. But in the meantime, we're gonna raid Julie Strader. So go say hi, spread love, spread joy. Tomorrow is Godforged. There's no stream scheduled for tomorrow. So if I don't see you tonight, I'll see you on Monday. Okay? Thank you all very much. Take care and bye-bye.